Okay guys, I finally get to do it, finally get to make this video. Been waiting to do it. So we have Meguiar's professional line of their wheel and paint iron DECON. And then we have the retail product, Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. I've used this multiple times before on vehicles on the paint, and it's worked well. I've been happy with it. I've been impressed by the product, and the last time I bought it, it was $9.99 at Advanced Auto Parts. Hoping it's still around the same price. I know that we've got the Eagle One, what is it? The black and plastic, I know the label's all the same, but the black and plastic coat is the one that is the color changing for me. The same thing as these. So, and this is, on sale for $5, but it is harder to get a hold of, so I hear. So anyways, this video is strictly, for right now, going to be comparing these two right here. What I thought, and what somebody left in the comments before, I guess they thought too, was that this was basically just this in a gallon size. So you could, save a little money. And I would have been fine with that. But come to find out, this is different. That's why it says paint and wheel iron DECON. It is a different formula. It's not as gel-like as this one. It also has stuff in here, even though it's pH neutral, it has stuff in here to help break down, like road film, grease and grime, stuff like that, whereas this one does not. But I've got a perfect opportunity here. Got a vehicle that we're doing a ceramic coating on, paint correction ceramic coating on, and as you can see, it is white, and it will be perfect. Now, this is a 2014. I'm guessing that it has never, had this done, and so I'm guessing that it's gonna give us some purple. So let me see. Okay, so for right now, what I'm going to do is take one and spray it. I'm going to, basically split the door down to half, spray one on one side, spray the other one on the other side, and stick with me on the video, because what I might end up doing is using other panels, the hood maybe, and playing around with this and doing different tests. So you might want to stick around, because just doing this half of the door will not be it. So we'll do this one on the right hand side. It is very gel-like, which is awesome for doing wheels. It doesn't dry up on you fast, but when you're using it on paint, it does stick on there. The whole point that, most of these ones that are designed for paint are more runny. They're not as gel-like, they're not as thick, and that's for a reason. Don't get me wrong, you can use this on paint and it'll work well, as you're probably about to see. But what I'm very interested to see is what is our Meguiar's paint and iron DECON going to do. Our professional line, obviously I have it in a different bottle, and I should have primed this before. Okay. And I will tell you this immediately, this one smells stronger. None of these smell great. I mean, I think you just have to go in knowing that, expecting that. Most people probably, my grandmother owned a salon, so immediately when I smelled this stuff, I knew that smelled like perm solution. Most people don't know, so they're trying to describe it. I guess it does have a rotten egg smell, whatever, but it's actually a very similar chemical to perm solution. So I'm going to bring y'all in so y'all can see what's going on. I was just holding it back so y'all could see me applying it. And yes, there is some on the window there, but we are going to wash, sorry guys, we are going to wash the whole vehicle down again. It's already been washed once, but we're doing this, and then I'm going to wash it again with CarPro Reset after I get through doing this. Well, what I'll do is do this and then start washing it with CarPro Reset, and I'm going to use that as my clay lubricant and then clay it. But regardless, so I did spray the Meguiar's retail product on first. So if you're noticing, if you're with me, then from my view, try to get y'all a good view, good lighting. I apologize, guys. Might have to take y'all off the stand. But let me tell you what I see. I see a lot of purple dots on this right-hand side. We did spray that slightly first. On the left-hand side, I do see a lot of purple starting to form. And is this like a wheel where it's just, covered in purple, bleeding everywhere? No, but I mean, this does have quite a bit of contaminants on it. A lot up here up top, really, and surprisingly not as much down low. Down here, I know y'all can't see all the way to the bottom, but not as much down here. There's actually more up here, which is kind of surprising to me. Usually it's down low. Some people even will just spray from either the door handle down or midways down. They don't even spray this up here. So that might be something to tell y'all or show y'all that maybe you should. I spray the whole vehicle, so that might show you something there why you should do it. Okay, so really, if we factor in that the Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner, that we sprayed that on first, it's looking, it would make sense to me that this is slightly ahead of this one if they're, if they're a very similar formula. Like I said, this one did smell stronger to me, but this is the reason I've been wanting to make this video. It's the reason I've been wanting to make this comparison, is because how similar are these? If you're an enthusiast, whatever, and you don't want to order a gallon of the stuff, don't need to, and but you've got the Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner down at your local parts store and can go get it for $10, then if they're very, very similar, and the only thing is that this is just thicker, and so it is, I can tell you it is thicker, but right now it's looking to me like this could work just fine for you. If this side over here was just drenched in purple, more purple than this one, then I think it would be obvious that this is doing more work. But to be honest with you guys, like I said, we sprayed this on first, so it's got a head start. But from what I can tell, they're neck and neck. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do on the other side. We're going to go the other side, and we're going to flip it. I will spray the Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner towards the front end, and vice versa, and so, or the opposite, whatever. And we'll see if that has any effect. But from what I can tell right now, guys, you can, if you're in that position, if you're an enthusiast, it looks like you can just go out and buy Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner and make it work. This, like I said, this, the Professional Paint and Iron DECON says rapid color changing iron remover for wheels and paint. Says pH balance, safe on all wheels and painted brake components. Clings to wheels to remove road grime, grease, and iron. I guess it doesn't say in there, well, it says it. It says to remove road grime, grease, and iron. Whereas the other one does not, I don't believe. But the video that I've seen, this just says active gel dissolves brake dust, acid free, safe on all wheels. It doesn't say anything about breaking down grease and grime. So from what I heard, the professional product is supposed to break down, help break down traffic film and stuff like that, whereas the Ultimate all-wheel cleaner does not. But as far as an iron remover, because like on this, we end up stripping, all road film and everything should be off. So we're just using this for iron removal. So if you were doing the same thing, it really looks to me like you'd be just fine with doing that. But let's go to the other side and let's see if there's a difference. Can y'all see? Okay, let's do the opposite. I didn't know there was going to be such a shadow effect, but I got a fan blowing over here too. Okay, I'm going to try to make this one where it's not such a head start. I had to think for a second. Yeah, I did that right. I did that the opposite of the other side to get out of y'all's way. And, I guess I could pause the video and come back when it started to do some work, but I just wanted to, I wanted to show y'all me applying it, and so that way y'all know what's going on. And you're getting to see it go to work, see how fast it's working or how fast it's not working. From my experience, the brain's messed up, Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner, I mean, it works pretty fast for what it is. I mean, I can tell you, I can already see purple. I think it's harder, I'm looking at the screen, I think it's harder to see on the camera, but there is purple. There's a bunch of purple up here. Let me see if, sorry guys. So hopefully y'all can see that. There's a bunch of purple up here on both sides. Honestly guys, now that, I'm looking at it on this side over here, it seems like it has a little more purple, but I think I don't know guys, they're so close. Like I said, if you're watching this and you're in the situation, like, do I need to spend, because I think it was $70 for the gallon of the professional line, and that was, a few months back, so I don't know if it's changed, but let's just say, is it worth it to spend the $70 on the gallon versus just spending $10, on, and that's another thing is, let's see, the amount, how many ounces is this again? 24 ounces. So $10 for 24 ounces is not a bad deal, until the, the Eagle One came out, this was the best deal. And the Eagle One is different. It works, but it's different. And so I think I'll make that a separate video where, I might do that in a second, where I compare those two. Because I have my thoughts on it, so, but, in the camera, looking at the screen, you can now see clear purple. And so, the clear difference will be over here to the far right and over there to the far left. I can see it, dripping out a good amount of purple from the door handle right there. You can see that's kind of towards the center, but up here, there's quite a bit of purple. So, I don't know, guys. I want y'all to leave down in the comments, what are y'all's thoughts about this? I almost have a feeling that maybe someone will say that it wasn't fair some way, somehow. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. Let's try it on the hood. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all see me apply it again. We're gonna use Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner on the right over here. Like I said, if you stuck around you know, I tend to change my mind or, you know, do something that I didn't say I was going to do in the beginning of the video. So, you know, I don't do that on purpose, but I'm just saying maybe that's a reason to, I think that's part of the reason to either, you know, watch my whole video to get everything out of it. Because I know there's people that, you know, I know I have longer videos, and I know there's people that don't have time to watch the whole thing, whatever. But for those of you that do, I think you know that there's just randomly information thrown in there. And I've had people leave comments saying things that, you know, I knew right off the bat they must not have watched the whole video. Otherwise they wouldn't have said that. So, and I don't pay it any attention. Guys, there's a ton of purple on this hood, which that's a known thing, is that the flat surfaces are gonna hold more, catch more, whatever. I think y'all know what I'm trying to say. A ton of purple. So I'm gonna, on both sides. So this time I'm gonna take y'all off the camera because I know y'all probably can't see anything we're seeing. And so I want y'all to see for yourselves what's going on. Like I said, guys, I want to get another camera because I know this one, you know, this is my phone, but I know this one, the focus, it goes in and out of focus. Try to go slow, try to zoom y'all out so you can see where we're at on the hood. So, you know, we're kind of in the middle zone, but right about here, in here is our turning point. So now we are clearly on the side of the Ultimate All Wheel Cleaner, which I did spray on first. So you've got to factor that in, that this is ahead. And, you know, with these things, once they get to going, you know, 5 seconds can make a difference in how much purple is showing. So I just want y'all to keep mind of that. But there, you know, there's purple everywhere. That's clear. I think I've captured that. Like I said, there's the professional paint and iron DECON is surprisingly more gel-like than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little runnier, and so that's kind of what I mean when I'm factoring in that I'm saying, you know, y'all, I don't think y'all would be making a bad decision by going and getting the Ultimate All Wheel Cleaner for $10. But it's y'all's call, so we'll zoom out a little bit, let y'all see. But like I said, I want y'all to leave it down in the comments. I want to know y'all's thoughts. You know, has anybody else tried this comparison? What do you think? Or just from watching this video, what do you think? Is there one product that's better than the other? And if so, why is that? Along with any other, you know, thoughts that y'all have. Once again, you know, if you like it, hit the thumbs up button. Just takes you a second. And if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button, you know. So other than that, guys, till the next one, y'all either be good or be good at it.